This is Jeanette and she's gorgeous. This is makeup for glasses, and as you can see, she really pops now. All right, let's get started. So we're gonna start with some vitamin C, just because your makeup holds up better when your skin's in great condition. This is 80% vitamin C. We're gonna add a little hyaluronic acid, which plumps up your skin. It's absolutely wonderful. And we're gonna add a third product, which makes this a trifecta. It's called the Truth Trifecta. And this is Biomimetic Mist. And this helps the efficacy of the product to go deep within the skin. It's fabulous. And if you use all three together every day, your skin will greatly improve. And this is the Max Neck Anti-Aging Cream. I use this every single day in conjunction with my vitamin C serum. Really helps to tighten the skin on your neck. Wow, look at her skin. Even she noticed it. It's beautiful. All right, this is one of the main points with using glasses and makeup, is to get a sheer foundation, not a full coverage foundation, because it's too heavy and your glasses will make a demarcation in it. So this is a sheer foundation by Ben Nye. It's lovely. It covers a bit, but not too much. And here's a nice concealer, NW10 by MAC. Keep it away from the nose area. A lot of you put your concealer all over your nose. I would avoid that because concealer is heavier than foundation. So really keep the concealer only where you need it. The important point with glasses and makeup is to really bring out your eyes, which many of us struggle with, to do liner and bring out our eyes. So we're gonna do that in this video with Jeanette. See, that looks great. Just cleaned your skin up, popped your underneath eye area. All right, eyeshadow base. We're gonna put a little base, and this will just keep her eyeshadow on longer. She has a little bit of oil in her lids, so I want to make it more matte around her lid area. All right, here's another key point about glasses, is be sure you're using powder. This is a no-brainer for some of you, but for some of you, you don't use powder at all because if you have dry skin. I would recommend, no matter what, putting some powder on your nose. Be sure it's a sheer powder. Okay, so bringing out the eyes, the eyebrows are key. This is one of the major, most important points about wearing makeup with glasses, is you have to bring out your eyebrows, because otherwise your eyes get lost. And if you're like Jeanette, your eyebrows are thinner, so it's important to fill them in. I'm using a shadow as opposed to a pencil. And even though it looks heavy now, when we're done, it won't. All right, this is some bronzer. I'm gonna just warm up her complexion. She has a lot of red in her skin. So I want to use a really stronger bronzer in order to contour certain parts of her face. So this is a reddish foundation. It's a medium from Bobbi Brown, which is fairly of strong color, but I think it works really well in order to really highlight her skin. And then I'm using it on the jawline, which many of us do. And I use a pretty good amount. You just have to be sure to really blend it in, just to frame your face. And this, if you have a good brush, this is the #1 brush by Merit. I love this brush for putting on bronzers and blushes. It really blends it in nicely. You just don't want to have any streaks. And there she is, her face nicely framed with her brows. And I'm going to use the same bronzer, but I'm going to put it in the crease of her eye. So we're just, you know, kind of double dipping on different products here, but I think this is a very easy way to contour your eyes. All right, then we're gonna use a warm blush because she has a lot of red and pink in her skin and that bright pink shirt. So this is a nice warm blush called Gingerly by MAC. And I love it. I'm putting it kind of liberally around her face just to really warm up her complexion. I would not use pink blush on her because her skin has enough pink in it. All right, but I am gonna use a pinky mauve lipstick. You do need to wear lipstick, otherwise your face disappears with glasses. And she has very statement glasses, and they really say a lot. So I want to be sure that I'm doing her lips. Now we're doing a sheer lip color just because her lips are smaller and I want to really focus on her eyes, but I am going to put a mauve-y, pretty lipstick color to pop her lips. All right, this is a neutral lip liner by MAC, just to keep her lipstick on her lips, within her lips, so it doesn't bleed. And it's neutral, so it's not super strong. On smaller lips, you want things to be there but softer. And I think it looks really pretty, goes well with her top, but it doesn't compete with her skin. Now I'm going to use a rich, warm brown kohl liner, so it blends really well. And that's why I used an eye base, because I don't want this to run, because it's kind of a blendy, soft pencil. And I'm using it right between her lashes. That's the key point here. Between her lashes, and then I'm going to blend it, because that line, because she has smaller eyes, We want to pop her eyes, and you need to put it tight to the lashes and then blend it to really bring out her eyes. Okay, here's a liner, the 226 liner by MAC, and as you can see, I just run it along that edge just to soften that down. As we get older, we want all of the lines with makeup to be diffused. We want every line in our face to be diffused, but with makeup in particular, you want to be sure that you learn how to blend. This is the palette we're going to use. It's by Moira. This is the color we're going to start out with. It's a nice, soft, mauve-y shade, kind of a brownie mauve, very neutral. I don't want anything too terribly strong. She's got the bright shirt and her gray, beautiful hair. So I'm just using the 217 by MAC brush to just place it in her crease. And I'm putting on a really good amount because she has a bit of a heavy lid, as many of us do. So one of the ways to combat that is to use a substantial amount of color in your crease, well placed, like I'm doing it there. And then when you put your glasses on, you can really see your eyes. It really pops your eyes. So I just kind of work with it. You see, I sort of tap it in, I blend it, I work with it. And it takes a little bit of time, granted that. It's not a quick makeup, but it really looks beautiful if you take the time. This is the palette we're using again. This is the bright silver. It's going to look great. So I'm going to just place that right on her lid. Look at that. Very, very nice. Just placing. We're not doing a whole bunch. Some of you go a little overboard, some underboard. So we're just doing right in the middle, and I just sort of tap it in so she has a little bit of reflection there when you look at her eyes through her glasses. All right, now we're doing this charcoal color. And I'm just going to go back over her liner. I felt like it needed a little bit more pop, so I'm doing a little bit more charcoal. I think I could have even used a charcoal pencil on her, but I didn't want it to be too strong. So this was my way of doing that. There, isn't that beautiful on her eyes? Really popping out. And now we're going to use some black mascara by Jane Iredale. I love this mascara. It doesn't contain formaldehyde. It goes on well. I would not use false lashes with glasses. As you know, they hit the glasses. Here's an idea with your glasses is to put a little bit of cotton stuck on that part of your glasses with some eyelash glue, and it will prevent it from smudging. Look at that, she's gorgeous. And now with her glasses on, we'll see the final product. There she is. It's beautiful. Her eyebrows and her eyes really stand out, and her hair looks great. If you have any questions, please email me. I'm Suzanne, the Beauty Shaman.